Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across our beloved empire, and a big shout out to all of our resident conspiracy theorists. I'm not crazy, you're crazy! Today, I'm putting on the tinfoil hats, and I 100% recommend you guys do as well, because we are going into some deep conspiracy territory on how I believe Iden Versio from Battlefront 2 is coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as the new Imperial trooper. I'm not crazy again. You are crazy. Put your aluminum foil hats on so you can stop the government waves from going into your brain, so you can open up your third eye. And I actually have a lot of things to back up my reasoning for today. It's not just a random idea that I had here. Before we get going, actually, just a little reminder in case you missed our lovely Grand Arena stream yesterday. We're doing a fun little charity stream revealing the new Kyber Club and remixing some of your favorite bangers for charity for St. Jude. It's gonna be about 6 hours from the time you're watching this video. Hope to see you guys there. I'll put a card in the top right hand corner if you want to watch it after the fact as well. Come on over here. Let me first, I gotta gradually get you in. Here's the problem with conspiracy theorists. They throw you in the deep end. I'm gonna gradually get you to fully believe what I'm thinking right now. So as you guys know, we made a video about it earlier this week. That was definitely a lot more conspiracy theory. But man, the stars are lining up. As we know, this month for January 2022, Range Trooper, one of the main engines for the best Imperial Trooper team, is the Login Award. And 80% of the time, the Login Award is literally on spot for what's happening for that particular month. And as myself, as well as AP Games talked about in that video, we're fully on board. So there's probably something Imperial Trooper related. And this brings me on over to our heart of the conversation. I think Iden Versio from Battlefront 2 is coming to Galaxy of Heroes, and you might be asking why. I've seen this only a few other select instances. Janina, famously known for playing Battlefront 2. I don't know if she had any other role inside of Star Wars. That's the only one that I'm familiar with, was her role as Iden Versio inside the Battlefront 2, the main character of Battlefront 2, where I was very misled to believing that that was going to be an entire game based off the true perspective of the Empire. You got one level of her being an Imperial trooper, and then she's all of a sudden she had a change of heart 2 seconds later. Wow. Isn't that crazy? After 30 years, it's all of a sudden after one level. Do you know what? You're like, you know what? I'm a little tired of what we're doing. But anyways, Battlefront 2 opinion aside on the main campaign, this random tweet came out of nowhere from her. Between her and Sam Witwer. If you don't know Sam, well, he's obviously in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, kind of in one of few capacities. More recently, Star Killer, as he also was kind of going back and forth with this conversation. And of course, he also voiced Maul inside of Rebels, the Clone Wars TV show. Let's read this tweet from Janina. Sam Witwer and his furrowed brow get to be in Galaxy of Heroes, and I'm totally not jealous about it. It's like, whatever, really. Hashtag SWGOH. Okay. Few things. I would be surprised. It would be awesome if Janina actually played Galaxy of Heroes. My suspicion is I've never really seen Star Wars celebrities tweet about Galaxy of Heroes and know the acronym SWGOH without them being a part of some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes project or being paid to promote it so they get new audiences coming to Galaxy of Heroes. And you see this little back and forth conversation. Sam says, I don't know, Janina. How unleashed are you? Not very. And then Janina, it seems like a very scripted conversation. Don't try me, Witwer. P.S. They got your Filtrim right. And then they show new Legends hero, Star Killer. And then they say things, I think that's pretty much a scope of it. But then Sam kind of retweeted what Janina was saying. It's called Galaxy of Heroes, Janina, not Galaxy of Trees. Now, there might be a slight chance Sam plays the game. I know he actually streams on Twitch. I think he's played Battlefront 2 a lot on stream, played Maul, which is kind of funny. But this just seems a little too on the nose with what I've seen in the past. Again, please stay with me. Hit that like button 3 times and make sure YouTube sees that you like this video. Come on, you know how to do it. What's my reasoning for why I think Iden Versio is coming? Not just because of the tweet, which seems a little out of place, kind of out of nowhere. I made a video about something similar that happened back in 2020, and you guys thought I was crazy. Here we go. Anthony Daniels, the actor for C-3PO, actually worked with Galaxy Heroes on several occasions. He tweeted back in July 2020, "A joy to spend time with Galaxy Heroes team from Capital Games and EA. Creative minds think alike, all big Star Wars fans. 3PO is rather proud to be part of GOH." Again, this is, you don't just really know the Galaxy Heroes acronym unless you play the game and are in the community, or you're told what the acronym is. So am I. Nobody had to wear a mask to meet up. Even me, for once, who would have never ever thought I would Zoom FHL. So as we know, I made this video. You guys thought it was crazy. And what do we get? We got 3PO and Chewie, aka 3POC. There was one other instance. This only other instance I've seen a Star Wars celebrity tweet about Galaxy Heroes, and that was Warwick Davis, who's famously known for playing Wicket inside of Star Wars. And what happened? Well, they brought in the Ewok rework. They brought in Wicket, and there was a big charity event, I believe, as well, that came along with it. So you guys are probably starting to get on board with me. So I don't just see Star Wars celebrities promote Star Wars games unless they're a part of it or they're being paid to promote the actual game. And that brings me, man, I remember when Star Killer was being announced, and we had the guest requirements, and we only knew the first one being Dash Rendar. I originally thought that we were kind of getting requirements that are celebrating some of the biggest Star Wars video games that exist. So I was like, okay, Dash Rendar, maybe Cal Kestis, Iden Versio for more recent games that we predicted. Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn did end up coming to Galaxy of Heroes. But here we go. Star Killer obviously did not require Iden Versio. I would be pretty ecstatic if this game continues. Galaxy continues to lean into famous games from Star Wars and bring main characters there. And I know there's been a ton of people for a long time who's been requesting Iden Versio come to Galaxy Heroes, and we haven't really gotten new characters from the recent EA games brought into Galaxy Heroes. The only one really being Magma Trooper from Battlefront 2 back in 2016, early 2016, I believe, is when they brought the character in here. So if that's the case, I mean, things are just lining up too perfectly. Let me show you this. What does Iden Versio's character show? Obviously, she's an Empire character, but really the core of her story we see kind of begin when the Empire falls and she becomes an Imperial remnant. You see where I'm getting here? What's the Imperial remnant team missing right now? They right now have a dedicated tank, Stormtrooper. They have a dedicated attacker that's being robbed by General Veers, that being the Dark Trooper. We're missing kind of one more key thing. And we have Death Trooper, which also has some synergy with this team. The thing that they're really missing is this right here. One additional support ally. And we've been throwing stuff in there, but they don't feel like they're at home. Stark, for example, Randy the Ranger is probably one of your best. Obviously, Piet's fantastic, but you're not going to throw Piet in an Imperial remnant lineup. And the funniest thing is right now, oh gosh, I'm sounding like a crazy conspiracy theorist right now. With Zam, oh gosh, we're going so deep. With Zam Omicron in the game now, you don't really need Moff Gideon as much to help out the Bounders, because she does everything that Moff Gideon does, which is mainly allow Bounders to keep up with the faster teams out there. Moff Gideon's becoming more of a free agent now, and I think this is the you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. This is the prime time for the Imperial Remnants to become a faction, because even if there was all this stuff, Moff Gideon was just too important for so many other teams. Right now with Zam Omicron, Moff Gideon's not nearly as important as he was before. And I think this is like a perfect time to introduce a complete Imperial Remnant faction. And wouldn't it be crazy if Iden Versio came, like we kind of predicted with the tweets here, she became an Imperial ally and support. And I'm going to go even a step further. The one thing I've been begging for years that Imperial Troopers need is some sort of cleanser that fits the role of support. Now the question is, are you going to support me in my crazy thoughts right now? The only thing that might throw this off is I can't imagine CG wanting to make this faction even better right now, especially when there are people really ticked that they're stomping over Lord Vader lineups, and people are forced to put better characters than Lord Vader, rooting their other teams out there. Not a lot of whales and krakens were happy knowing that Imperial Troopers just kind of steamroll over them, unless it's some really, I'm not gonna say god tier, the best ideal Lord Vader lineup out there. Are you guys on board? Do you think that this situation that we're seeing happen on Twitter is pretty much on point with what happened with C-3PO and Wicket? Now, this doesn't happen all the time. They didn't get, for example, the Star Wars actors to promote the new Kenobi. the new Lord Vader that came to the game, probably because my guess is maybe they're too expensive to promote them. Usually you got to go through their agent to have them promote this type of stuff. That's just my suspicion here. Either one, they're working with them. Two, they got paid to promote it, which there should be a hashtag ad, or this is sponsored by EA, Capital Games, or something like that. None of that. Or three, they just actually play the game. And that'd be pretty awesome at the end of the day if that was the case. So we'll find out if the conspiracy theory will pan out. At the minimum, I look like a crazy person. Come on, you guys already know I'm a little crazy. At the end of the day, like, comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I guess future will tell us if it's true. Future always in motion. Uncertain the future is. And you guys know the drill. It's great to be in the Empire today.